I believe that Israel have developed a lot of operation concept, both on terror and in other domains as well as on the cyber. Israeli government have a lot of involvement on the governmental level. We have a cyber bureau, we have a cyber authority, we have many companies who are involved in protecting our critical assets. And I think we have the capability to develop both a new concept of operation with involving out-of-the-box thinking and a new technology that counter the cyber threat, which is, I would say, increasing in the last few years. I think we are witnessing a trend of shiftment in the nature of war and peace. And if in the past we were in a different kind of war, we're now moving into the domain of cyber war. And I think terror taking a big part out of it. You can see how Daesh, ISIS, is using the media, the digital media, as well as cyber attack in order to open a new battlefield that can counter the threats that nation makes on small groups. So terror become a very strong domain in one of the threats that we are facing nowadays. It could be harmful for our daily life, it could be harmful for the national level. It is really a strong player in cyber warfare. Finance sector is the most vulnerable one. There's a lot of digital activity over there, a lot of digital process that make us all vulnerability. And I think that the attackers, the hackers realize this is a weak point and they would like to tackle this area. So one of the things we have to have a very strong shield to protect our assets in the digital finance space. We should have strong regulation. We have most advanced technology to be implemented while we are processing our digital life. This is a very good question because I believe we can see that cyber is not only a governmental issue by itself. It's also an issue for the privates who's holding a lot of private data, both with company and social media and other places. So on one hand, the citizens should be aware, private should be aware of the cyber threat and behave in a different way where they're using digital domain, using social media, using digital means in their life. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, we should ask the company who provide us the digital life to provide security as one layer of the values that they will share with their citizens. And the third one is the governmental involvement. I believe that the government should be involved in helping the citizen protecting their digital data and their privacy. Snowden case is very interesting because it's, I think we believe that we've seen the internal threats coming into action in such a case. And I think that we should be protected both from hackers, from outsource threats, and both from people who can be involved either in a crime, a mistake, or as a collaborator, to people who are staying outside. And the internal threat is a very strong domain which we should protect. I think once India launched such a project with putting India as a very technological nation, he should think about giving new values to the citizen's life while he providing digital India. But security is one of the layers that should be implemented in such a program. So once you getting the life easier with governmental process, with private process, which is easier using the digital space, I think and believe that the government should have a very strong layer of security while it's launching such a program. So I would expect that within the program there would be a very strong layer of security where the government is involved in securing the digital program. It's not only digital wallets. I think that our common life is getting changed. We are all using cellular telephone, we are using mobile devices, and as well we are using e-wallets and other means of finance and other means of life. So those are very easier for us, but those are also make a big threat to our financial, to our data, as you asked before. And I believe that if you should provide those kind of application with a very strong security layer. As privates, we should be aware of how to use those kind of means, how we should secure our password, how we should use double authentication while we go and using those kind of e-wallets. And the company who provide the services should give their layer of protection while they provide those kind of services. So definitely it's a bigger threat. But again, like in the digital life and like in the national life, like other means of cyber, there should be a very strong layer of security while you provide services which is based on digital.